If you can't watch this video till the end and you feel like stopping halfway because you are getting bored, the problem is not the topic nor you. It's the high dopamine from short form content. There is no flashing headlines, no words flying across, no camera cuts every 3 seconds. And because of that, your brain thinks something is off. That's not your fault. It's your attention system breaking down. And it's exactly what we need to talk about. Here is why it happens. Stanford researchers found that every scroll triggers a tiny burst of dopamine. Over time, your brain starts expecting that fast reward, so anything slow, calm, or meaningful feels boring at first. That's not a flaw, that's neurochemistry. Let's debunk why social media is stealing our focus and how it affects our work, our relationship, basically every area of our life. I'm Dinesh Kumar, author, podcaster, and lifelong learner. This is the DK Talks, the illusion of free. If you are not paying for the product, you are the product. Just check your screen time, Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, X, track it, and you will see what it's been quietly taking from you. Every like, comment, and scroll is basically a dopamine trap. It's built to keep you hooked. And tech companies, they spend billions not to serve you, but to make sure you don't leave. Dopamine itself is not the villain. It's not good, it's not bad, but it is addictive. The best thing in life, exercise, meditation, real food, release dopamine slowly, calmly. Don't get hooked. But the cheap stuff, sugar, junk food, social media, all of this that eats you fast and leaves you wanting more. Because it's easy. One scroll becomes 1,000 before you even notice. Each swipe a little hit. Eventually, like any addiction, over time you need more just to feel normal. Social media lights up the same part of the brain as drugs. Not because it's identical, but because your brain can't tell the difference. Neuroscientists call this the mesolimbic dopamine pathway, the same reward system triggered by sugar, gambling, and addictive substances. The brain doesn't label it as Instagram or cocaine. It only recognizes this feels good, give me more. And the cost, it's not just time, it's not just attention, it goes deeper. I want to tell you something honest. There was a time when even I didn't realize how much social media was rewiring my mind. I wasn't doom scrolling for hours, nothing dramatic like that. It was the harmless 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there. But slowly I noticed something uncomfortable. My attention span was shrinking. My thoughts felt scattered. Even simple tasks felt heavier than they should. Researchers at the University of Texas found that constant micro distractions weaken the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for focus, decision making, and willpower. That's why even simple tasks start feeling harder than they should. And the worst part is this. I started measuring myself in views and likes even before I became a creator. That's when I realized the real cost wasn't time, it was clarity, and honestly, it was my identity. It was who I was becoming without noticing it. If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. The mental cost. Over time, we start to prefer virtual interactions over real conversations. We start to compare ourselves to everyone we see and slowly start changing without even realizing it. We post, then we check, then we refresh. We become anxious, waiting for likes, comments, engagement. Our identity shifts, shaped by what the algorithm wants, not who we truly are. We begin crafting a version of ourselves that's share-worthy, not honest. Even content creators get caught. Those chasing virality over truth often burn out. Some quit entirely because your soul can't breathe in a world that rewards noise over depth. Are all these mental spirals worth the cost? We chase validation like it's rent, and we pay for it with our identity. Psychologists call this variable reward conditioning, the same mechanism casinos use. You don't get likes every time, and that unpredictability makes the brain check more, not less. And here is something we don't talk about enough. The real danger is not social media itself, it's losing the ability to be with your own mind. If you can reduce even 20 minutes of unconscious scrolling a day, you will feel the difference in a week. The invisible trade, creativity for consumption. Humans always had a balance between creating and consuming. We made things, we consumed things, but in the last decade, that balance collapsed. Now, consumption dominates. And the fuel behind it is FOMO, fear of missing out. Your friends mention a trending video or a new series that you have to watch, and suddenly you are out of the loop. And you can't say, "Oh, I skipped it, I was building something." And they will laugh, or worse, they will think you are boring. And some will pull away. But the real ones, they will understand because they are building too. Still, most people give in. We open one tab, one video, one clip, then another, and suddenly we are trapped in the viral loop. If you start watching YouTube non-stop as of 2020, it would have taken roughly 94,000 years, about 829 million hours without sleep, just to finish everything. And today, that number is far, far higher. 94,000 years, and that's just one platform. There are thousands of videos, millions of reels, billions of posts screaming for your attention. So here is the question: is all this worth more than, say, a deep conversation with someone you care about? Can endless scrolling ever replace the satisfaction of creating something that's truly yours? Social media and tech are not evil, but unconscious users. This is the first time in human history that we can connect with loved ones in seconds from anywhere in the world. Previous generations never had this privilege. We also have access to more knowledge than ever before. What took weeks to learn 20 years ago is now just one YouTube video away, but that access is a double-edged sword. For this video, I ran an experiment. I used social media first thing in the morning and last thing before sleep for 3 days straight. Just a little scrolling to start the day. Here is what happened. The day started with quick dopamine, and my brain kept chasing more of it all day. Creative work felt harder than usual, slower, heavier, because creativity doesn't give you instant reward, it demands presence. And my mind wasn't present. It was waiting for the next scroll. Here's the ironic part. Creativity needs a low dopamine brain. Studies show that when dopamine spikes are high, your mind becomes restless and distractible. The calm, boring brain state is actually the creative one. At night, it got worse. Even after lying down, my brain was active, not in a good way. It wanted more scrolls, more input. And when willpower is low at night, that's the real challenge, putting the phone down. It wrecked my sleep. My whole system felt off. My deep sleep dropped, so I stopped and went back to being my old boring self. Here is what that looks like. Notifications off, messages checked once or twice a day, social apps installed only when I need them, post, engage, uninstall. Screen time dropped from 3 to 4 hours to under 20 minutes a day. Yes, I break the rule sometimes. Weekends are urgent needs, but overall, it's way lower now. And unless you are a full-time creator, most of this consumption doesn't give you much back. But creating something, that's where you find your skills, your voice, your hidden potential. We don't need to quit social media, we just need to quit letting it shape who we are. And once you learn to time box your attention and focus on one thing at a time, your productivity skyrockets. Sometimes you will finish work in half the time or even a third. You came to this video for a reason. Now go use your time better than the algorithm wants you to. If you enjoy this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them. If you want to see a particular topic on this channel, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear what you want next. Follow me on social media for more behind the scenes updates. If you would like to support the DK Talks and keep the show independent, you will find the link in the description. And if you are curious about the books I read or the gears I use, everything is listed there too. Take care and I will see you in the next one.